and the next day at school, while with Jiro's friend, he couldn't shake off the memory of sleeping next to Akari. The next thing we'll see is Shiori being tasked to throw away the trash, but it was too much for her to handle, so Akari's friends helped her out. When they saw Jiro, they called him to help as well. As they were discussing who would pair up to lift the trash, Shiori suddenly felt shy when paired with Jiro and asked to switch, and this made them wonder about Shiori's reaction. After that, while together with Akari, her friends started talking to her about it. They asked if she already had feelings for Jiro and had forgotten about Minami. Here, they noticed that Akari seemed confused about her feelings, and were advised to think this through carefully. They reassured that they would support her, and while thinking about how to help Akari with her feelings, they stumbled upon the fireworks festival and came up with a plan. Next, we will see Jiro helping Akari to fix her yukata because Akari was invited by her friends to attend the fireworks festival and bring Minami along. Next, Akari asked Jiro to choose a design, but Akari rejects it saying that Minami wouldn't like it. Upon arriving at the festival, they announced that the plan was ready for Minami and Akari to be together. But when Minami's friends arrived, he wasn't with them, and Terafune said that she had to work overtime due to the large number of customers, which made Akari feel sad. However, later, she suddenly saw Minami walking with Shiori at the festival. When her friends arrived, they noticed Akari's sadness and persuaded her to go home and will think with a new plan. It turned out that Minami and Shiori had simply bumped into each other while walking and didn't actually go to the festival. While Jiro was at home, he received a call from Akari, and all he could hear was her crying, so he quickly got ready to her up. When he went out, he saw Akari sitting by the door, still crying.
ごめん、せっかくジローが浴衣。
おかえり、あかり。
ただいま、ジロー。
As they watched the fireworks together, Akari asked Jiro if she looked good in what she was wearing, but Jiro told her he still preferred his original choice, and because of this, she told Jiro to change into whatever he wanted.
おい、何？
いいよ。ジローの好きにして。
As he was doing this, he couldn't do it right.
やべ。
何？失敗？
この次どうやんの？
貸して。あ。ねえ、ジロー。ローが呼んでくれたらまた頑張れる気がするから。自分に自信なくなっちゃう時あるじゃん。
あかり。あかり。
And the next day, we saw Shiori thinking about Jiro. Meanwhile, Akari saw that they were about to enter the top 10, and they said they would try to bounce back next time. After this, while Jiro was taking a bath, Akari suddenly screamed and said someone had suddenly appeared and she was scared. When Jiro asked who it was, he found out it was just a spider that she was referring to, and he forced her to remove it because she was scared. After the bath, they couldn't find the spider, so Akari told Jiro to stay with her in case it came back. While they were eating, Akari told Jiro not to leave her side until the spider was gone, but suddenly Akari had to go to the bathroom and took Jiro with her.
ジロー、一緒に来て。ジロー、いるよね。
はい。
After going to bathroom, Akari suddenly felt shy about what had happened, but was happy that it was Jiro who was with her. While eating ice cream, she told Jiro to feed him because of her new nail polish, which made Jiro feel forced to respond.
ジローの。
静まれたまえ!
Akari then asked Jiro if they had met in another place, would they still be close like they are now, and Jiro replied that it's unlikely because even now, they have different interests. Akari thought that maybe even if they had different partners, it would still be the same, but Akari said that there are partners who genuinely go on dates, and suggested that they do the same.
うちらも付き合ってみる？
This made Jiro think about Akari's jokes and wonder what she would say if this wasn't a joke. As Jiro thought about these things, Akari suddenly saw a spider and forced Jiro to remove it, but Jiro couldn't do so because Akari was holding on to her. After all this, Jiro said that he should learn to get rid of insects, but Akari replied that it wasn't necessary because she knew Jiro would always help her. Meanwhile, Minami saw Shiori looking deep in thought and asked what was on her mind, hoping to help. Upon entering, Shiori secretly shared what happened between her and Jiro, mentioning that it was about her friend and not about herself. Minami noticed this but didn't let on, advising her that it would be better to express her feelings before it was too late, so she wouldn't end up regretting it like he did. Shiori thanked her, and Minami encouraged her to have confidence in herself. The next day, while Shiori and Mei were chatting, Mei's partner, Terafune, suddenly appeared and said he was going to eat out with Minami, and suggested that Shiori and Mei go together for the meantime. However, it turned out that this was all part of Terafune's plan, as he seemed to know that Mei had feelings for Shiori. As they conversed, we learned that Minami and Terafune boss were siblings of Sadaharu, who was friends with Jiro. At this point, Terafune remembered Jiro and felt jealous, as it seemed that Terafune also had feelings for Akari. While Shiori and Mei were discussing their plans for when they're together at home, Mei couldn't help but think that it was pointless to continue, knowing that Jiro was still the one she truly desired, and so she made excuses. Meanwhile, Sadaharu and Jiro were eating together, and Sadaharu was overflowing with jealousy and envy towards Jiro's good fortune. He even said that he would destroy everything Jiro had experienced using his own kiss. As Shiori was walking, she saw the name of the restaurant and suddenly remembered the kiss she shared with Jiro, who happened to be inside. Jiro saw Shiori and thought she had seen him, so he quickly chased after her. When he caught up, Jiro told her not to think about what had happened because it was nothing, but Shiori assumed he was referring to their kiss, and she said it was okay and that she understood. Then Jiro mentioned that Sadaharu was just being weird again and had been causing a ruckus at the restaurant earlier. Shiori was puzzled by what Jiro was saying, and then realized that Jiro was referring to that incident, and they both felt embarrassed. They agreed to just forget about it and Jiro offered to help Shiori carry her things instead. As they walked, Jiro couldn't help but think that it would be great if they were partners, and Shiori suddenly said it was as if they were a married couple, but she didn't pursue the idea further. Shiori thanked Jiro for his help, and for what had happened between them. Here, Jiro apologized, but Shiori told him there was no need to apologize since she was the one who had initiated it, and even said that Jiro was the one she wanted to teach her how to kiss. It seemed like the two of them were going to kiss again. The next day at school, their summer break was about to start, and because of this, Sadaharu asked his older brother for help with the business and invited Jiro to join him for a part-time job. Shiori arrived and, after seeing the paper, said she had also applied for the same job, and since she knew this, Jiro agreed as well. At that moment, he's imagining things. Jiro was surprised by Akari's attire when he arrived at the house. Akari explained that they were planning to go to the beach with friends, so she had bought 2 swimsuits. Jiro was too focused on Akari's appearance, so Akari told him not to stare too much. Jiro pointed out that the swimsuit Akari had chosen was almost too revealing, but Akari teased him about it. Jiro asked if they were going to the beach with a male friend, thinking it would be safer with a guy around, but Akari revealed that they were actually going to work part-time jobs. Jiro mentioned that he had also found a job, and Akari was surprised to learn that Jiro would be working with Shiori. When Jiro asked Akari why she was doing this, Akari claimed she didn't know and suddenly became annoyed. While Akari was hugging Jiro, Jiro struggled to control himself. Later, Akari joked that she was doing this to improve their points, as they would both be gone for a while due to their jobs. Jiro asked Akari if he wasn't going to change clothes, but Akari wanted to know if Jiro liked her outfit. Jiro, as a guy, admitted he liked it, and Akari was thrilled. Later, they discovered that they had the same workplace and arrived at the location after a few days. At the cafe, they quickly tried on their uniforms, and while chatting, Shiori asked Jiro what his job was, and Jiro mentioned he might be working in the kitchen. Shiori offered to help Jiro in the kitchen, and Jiro was delighted. Next, we saw Minami teaching Akari how to do their tasks, while Terafune watched with envy, leading Akari's friends to tease him. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Mei told Shiori that this was an opportunity to get closer to Jiro. Later, they called Jiro to help Shiori, and Mei left. The two worked together on the dishes, and Shiori taught Jiro. They just laughed it off together, and while Jiro is helping Shiori to clean.
もう恥ずかしい。だってくすぐったい。
よし、見た感じは全部取れたかな。
ジローくん、ちゃんと見て。
しおり。
ジローくん、私。
Both became shy, but at the same time they both want to get closer to each other and have a relationship that's more than just a friend. After work, they went swimming in the sea, which the guys enjoyed. Jiro noticed that Akari was wearing a different swimsuit and recalled what Akari had said. Later, Shiori invited them to join him, and when they saw, they were thrilled.
よかったらあっちで一緒に。どうでしょう。
ホテル